Boston Apples toss away from its old stomping grounds. Welcome to East Rutherford, New Jersey, home of the New York Giants. Today, they do battle with the Dallas Cowboys.
These two teams just don't like each other. They're going to do anything it takes to win this game today.
Aims toward the end zone. New York will rush 4 this time. Smith. Aikman steps under center here in the first zone. Garn brings him down. Aikman looks over the defense on first down. Aikman with a perfect pass. New York with corners tight on the receiver. Can't find any room to run. No gain.
This is what makes a defender really stand out among the crowd. You outquick the offense and you make the tackle for a loss.
New York with a 4-man set here. Aikman goes back to pass on third down. Sparks with the tackle. Fifth play on this drive. Smith will get the ball here.
Smith made great use of the stiff arm on that play. Ball carriers should use the stiff arm more. In some ways, it's their only weapon they have against the defense.
Aikman making the call on second down. Intercepted. No, incomplete. New York showing a 6-man defensive backfield. Aikman on the mark for that. Garns holds him down. Yeah! Johnston starts in motion. He gets the ball.
Here we see a defender who not only has the size and speed, but it's his explosive first step that enables him to penetrate and make the tackle for the loss.
Aikman checks the defense on second down. Mills brings down the ball. Aikman has put together another long drive. Aikman looks downfield on third down. And they'll utilize motion. Smith will get the ball here. He'll get nothing on this carry. Aikman checks the defense on second down. Aikman goes downfield on second down. Looking toward the middle. Incomplete.
Garnes almost picked that pass off. Great play to knock that ball down, though.
Aikman calling signals from the shotgun. Aikman goes back to pass on third down. Picked off.
Number one, baby. See what happens when a player has good, quick feet? Here he tracks down the ball and makes the pick.
Graham reading the defense on first down. That running play didn't go anywhere. Dallas setting up with 5 DBs this time. Woodson wraps him up. Barber in the backfield.
Blue 22.
Graham will set up to throw on first down. The pass intended for the wide receiver incomplete. Dallas shows a 5 defensive back set. Graham will air it out on second down. Graham on the mark.
Folks, this guy shows us why there's more to a receiver than just blinding speed. You have to run your routes tight and have confidence in your ability to make the tough catches.
Dallas moving its corners up to press the receiver. Brown carries. It's a medium gain.
Dick, sometimes it's not only the defense that gets the job of delivering the punishment.
At the end of the first quarter, the Giants 0, the Cowboys 0. Graham, turnover, it's intercepted.
Yeah, baby.
Warren deep in the backfield.
47.
Aikman to throw on first down. Ismail was the supposed target on that ball.
The man in coverage showed us some wheels. Unless the ball is thrown to the perfect spot, he's going to get in there and knock it down.
Aikman using 4 receivers this time. A completion to the middle part of the field.
Folks, this guy shows us why there's more to a receiver than just blinding speed. You have to run your routes tight and have confidence in your ability to make the tough catches.
New York shows 4 pass rushers on this play. Smith with a huge run. New York will send 4 against the quarterback. Aikman goes to the pass on first down. Interception. Oh, no, incomplete. Warren in the backfield. He wants the ball. Aikman goes downfield on second down. Turnover, it's intercepted. Touchdown, Giants.
Yeah, baby.
He tacks on the extra point. The Giants 7, the Cowboys 0. Del Whistle races it long. New York will rush 4 this time. Smith carries. It's a medium gain.
It looks like they have the defense off balance. Now the defense is reacting instead of attacking. They were caught on their heels and the ball carrier just zipped by.
Aikman scanning the defense on second down. Aikman sets up the throw on second down. Looking toward the middle, incomplete. New York calls for its nickel package in the slot. To the sideline, complete. Aikman brings the offense up to the line of scrimmage. First down. Johnston with the reception. Ellsworth brings him down. Motion on this play. The ball is caught. Johnston gets loose for big yardage.
On this play, the quarterback is patient. He waits until a man gets open, and then he wastes no time in delivering an accurate throw.
New York showing a 6-man defensive backfield. It's intercepted.
Yeah.
New York takes possession. First and 10. Graham the throw on first down. Hilliard was the supposed target on that ball.
Sanders stayed with the receiver, and once the pass was released, he made a great break on the ball and knocked the pass down.
Dallas trying to stop the pass. They go with a 3-man front. Sanders tips the ball away from the receiver.
Sanders had good position on the receiver, and that allowed him to get his hand in there and knock the ball away.
Graham steps to the line for this third down play. Looking to the sideline, incomplete pass.
Here we see a player that will find himself in the coach's doghouse if he continues to lose the ball like that.
Sanders looks to help the offense with a good return. Maynard in to kick the ball away. Oh, did he nail that one? Oh, 20. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Aikman scans the defense on first down. Aikman will let it fly on first down. Ismail was the man that one was intended for. New York will rush 4 this time. Aikman will air it out on second down. Hebron the intended target. Aikman marks out the signals on third down. That ball intended for the wide receiver.
Here we see a player that will find himself in the coach's doghouse if he continues to lose the ball like that.
Toomer looks to help the offense with a good return. Gowan gets ready to punt. Ooh, this one is really going to travel. Graham checks out the defensive alignment on first down. Graham goes to the pass on first down. Looking toward the middle, incomplete. Graham reads the defense here on second down. Interception.
Yes!
New York, man-to-man coverage on the receiver. Wrapped up. Timeout is called by the offense. That's their first timeout. Aikman making the call on second down. Interception. Oh, no, incomplete. Man in motion. He makes the catch. Dallas uses its second timeout. Dallas trying to convert crucial fourth down. That pass is intercepted.
Yeah, baby!
They'll use motion. Graham to throw on first down. Hilliard gets loose for big yardage.
On this play, the quarterback is patient. He waits until a lane gets open, and then he wastes no time in delivering an accurate throw.
Dallas going to put some heat on the offense here. Way with the grab. Man in motion. Brown gets the ball.
Brown kept floating to the outside, but couldn't find a hole to run through, and just managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That'll do it for the first half with the score: the Giants 7, the Cowboys 0.
Dallas came out flat offensively, but if they can make some adjustments to start the second half, they can still win this ballgame.
Cunningham hits it long. Dallas calls for its nickel package in this game. Toomer, the intended target. Graham from the shotgun. Graham will be throwing on second down. He holds onto the ball, complete. Dallas with corners tight on the receiver. He's tackled.
It looks like they had the defense off balance. Now the defense is reacting instead of attacking. They were caught on their heels and the ball carrier just zipped by.
Dallas lining up tight on the receiver. Smith wraps him up.
That's a nice pickup thanks to some tough blocking by the offensive line.
Graham goes to work from the shotgun. Graham set up to throw on first down. Complete. Wrapped up.
There's no excuse for a receiver being that wide open down the field. The safety has got to come over and help out, Dick.
Dallas shows 4 pass rushers on this play. Coriat stops him with a wrap-up tackle. This is the 6th play of the drive. Graham to throw on second down. Alford with the grab. Dallas lines up in its dime package. Looking to the sideline, incomplete pass. New York adds 3 more points to their lead. The Giants 10, the Cowboys 0. Del Weasel places it long. Johnston going in motion. Aikman goes to the pass. Picked off.
Yeah!
Graham looking over the defensive coverage on first down. He's tackled. Dallas lining up tight on the receiver. Touchdown! Touchdown, Giants.
Yeah, baby.
Look at how the receiver fights his way through the coverage, gets into the clear, and catches the pass for the score. Really nice play.
Hot. Hot.
He knocks it through. The Giants 17, the Cowboys 0. The whistle hits it deep. New York showing a 5-man defensive backfield. Ellsworth pulls him down.
Smith did some damage to that defender with a wicked stiff arm. And better yet, it helped him get a huge gain out of it.
And they're going to move a man around.
Hot.
Smith will get the ball here. Tackle.
Watch this running back and he'll show you how to run the football. His feet are always in motion and his eyes are focused ahead, looking for those open areas.
New York will bring some heat on this play. Buckley stops him with a wrap-up tackle.
Hot.
New York straight up on those receivers.
Hot.
Aikman to throw on 3rd down. That ball meant for the wide receiver. Toomer set to return the kick. Gowan gets ready to punt. Oh, did he nail that one? Oh, my. New York with the ball, 1st and 10. Brown receives the handoff. Coriat makes the stop.
Great pursuit by the defense. They converged on the ball and limited the play to a short gain.
Dallas straight up on those receivers. Beautiful catch. Oh, my. Dallas moving its corners up to press the receivers. Hit and down.
On this play, the quarterback is patient. He waits until a man gets open, and then he wastes no time in delivering an accurate throw.
The fans are anticipating the start of what should be an exciting final quarter. The Giants 17, the Cowboys 0. Dallas will rush 4 this time. Dallas calls its base 4-man front now. Graham with great placement. Graham goes to work on 3rd down. Way carries, it's a medium gain. Sanders looks to help the offense with a good return. Maynard back to punt. This punt is going to go far, far, far. Dallas takes possession, 1st and 10. Aikman to throw on 1st down. McKnight was the target on that pass. Aikman looking to create some magic here in the 4th quarter. Aikman will be throwing on 2nd down. Ogden staying on his feet for a big gain.
Ogden showed good concentration on the catch, even though he was wide open. Sometimes those are the toughest ones to catch when you have time to think about it.
New York trying to stop the pass. They go with a 3-man front. Aikman gets the ball right on the mark.
Folks, this guy shows us why there's more to a receiver than just blinding speed. You have to run your routes tight and have confidence in your ability to make the tough catches.
Aikman reading the defense on 1st down. Aikman will set up to throw on 1st down. Ogden with the reception.
Ogden was able to turn the defender around and get past the defense for a large pickup on the throw.
Aikman looks over the defense on 1st down. Touchdown, Cowboys! He tacks on the extra point. The Giants 17, the Cowboys 7. Cunningham looking for a nice bounce. Graham reading the defense on 1st down. Hilliard, the intended receiver there. Graham marks out the signals on 2nd down. Way takes the catch. Way with a pretty nice game.
With that type of coverage, the short pass can be a sure thing. If the defense is willing to give it up, you take it. No questions asked.
Graham surveys the defense on 3rd down. Teague with the hit. Yeah!
It looks like they had the defense off balance. Now the defense is reacting instead of attacking. They were caught on the heels and the ball carrier just zipped by.
Graham looking over the defensive coverage on 1st down. Coriot wraps him up. Graham goes to work on 2nd down. He gets the ball.
Brown had no chance to cut the corner on that play. The defenders held their gaps and contained the outside rushing lanes.
Way starts in motion. He'll carry the ball here. Brown. Dallas crowding the line of scrimmage. Brown running hard into the line. He kept his legs churning and picked up a couple.
Brown showed great strength there, even though he only picked up a couple of yards.
And they'll utilize motion. Brown takes the ball for the carry. Dallas shows 4 pass rushers on this play. Smith with the stop.
An offensive lineman prides himself on keeping the defender off of his man. That line has a lot of pride down there.
New York, a gutsy call. They're going for it on 4th down. Coriat brings him down.
Ellis looked for room on the outside, but the defense had it covered from sideline to sideline.
Warren in the game. Aikman to throw on 1st down. Hebron was the man that one was intended for.
Here we see a player that will find himself in the coach's doghouse if he continues to lose the ball like that.
Hebron going in motion. Aikman looks to throw on 2nd down. Completed pass over the middle. New York going with 6 defensive backs. Aikman will let it fly on 1st down. Aikman with a perfect pass. New York calls for its nickel package in the spot. Aikman goes to the pass on 1st down. Complete. Hebron gets loose for big yardage. New York comes set with 6 DBs. Touchdown, Cowboys!
baby.
We can see what made this score possible. The receiver runs a nice tight route, and all he has to do is catch the ball because it's put right on the money.
He hits it. The Giants 17, the Cowboys 14. Cunningham attempting the onside kick. Dallas coming with the blitz on this play. Number 54 wraps him up. And that'll wrap it up with the final score. The Giants 17, the Cowboys 14.